Whoa, it's Wulzy. Welcome back to another Geometry Dash building challenge. Today, I want to dive into the editor and make a level completely out of pixel objects with the exception of triggers and invisible blocks and portals and stuff. I'm going to be using the song Preset by Yagru, which is very similar in sound to Alpha, which is the song that I used in my level Come Back to Earth. I'm very familiar with this kind of sound because I've used this guy's music in videos before. Hopefully it's going to be easy to make a nice open ship section with only pixels, which you can find in the chain tab back here, these two objects. I'm going to start off by making some base structures which are going to be invisible until I put the pixels on them. Spikes are going to be interesting to make because obviously you can't make a triangle shape with these. As I do in pretty much every video, I'm going to put a portal underneath the level with the checkbox just so I can see exactly what I'm doing, where the roof of the level is, etc, etc. I'm going to change these to big spikes so I have to put less effort in. I like the idea of those structures being dropped down one by one. I don't know, I just think it's a cool concept for structuring. I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment. I don't even know if this maneuver is possible with this ship. Oh, yeah, okay. This could be very unfun, though. I gotta test this. If you just fall... Oh, perfect. I like the idea of this gameplay where you fall all the way into a portal. Obviously, you can skip that, but I will put a cube portal at the end just to validate that you're actually hitting the portal. You're the correct gravity. And for that reason, I'm probably not even going to block off that area. It's just going to be like, yeah, you got to go up there, but I'm not going to force you. Here's our ship gameplay. Kind of like it. Quite open, you know, there's a mix of closed structuring and open structuring, and I like that choice you get at the end. I think it's cool. I think we're gonna go grayscale with this level. The default background, gray background, you know, maybe a bit lighter than that actually. Yeah, why not? I never use light colors for the background like this, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to turn the objects to black for now, just so I get a better vision of what's going on. My thought process right now is that an object can have a maximum of 10 groups at once. I need a moving group, and then probably a 1 to change the opacity. So I'm going to put a line of 8 objects. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hopefully the right side of these objects will lock to the middle of the screen. I'm going to put them on don't fade, don't enter. The top of B4 will give it a value like 10. Give it group number 2, which I'm going to use for a movement that locks somewhere here. This will be adjusted, so the grid line on the right-hand side of this block is the midpoint. We're going to make group 1 0 opacity, just for a start. My grouping strategy with this, that's going to save me a lot of time, is to select the leftmost object, give it a next free group, then select the second object, and give both of those the next free. So I'm stacking groups on these objects, so I can have the move triggers be the exact same number all the way across. What I need to do is create a line of move triggers starting with 3. For example, with a 5-second move time, ease in out, the X is going to be -5. Then when I stack them, I'm just going to increase the group number. That's it. I don't have to change the number in the X at all. And because the cubes have more than one group, the numbers will automatically just... And hopefully once it passes this point, I can move them back the way with a bounce out. Not sure how well that's going to work. I might change these numbers as well. I kind of want these cubes to move out further, you know what I mean? There we go. That's a bit more climactic. It's filling up more of the screen as well. So all I need to do now is create another set of these objects, but have them the opposite way around. And I pretty much don't have to lift a finger. All I have to do is copy paste, flip these, then build helper, and I'm going to put them on a different editor layer so I can select the triggers separately. And the reason this is so effective is because now they're automatically moving to the right first, and then I can have the -10 on the second set. So I didn't have to change the triggers at all. I just have to move this line back and meet it up with the left side. And these should... Oh dear. What is going on there? That's very interesting, actually. Oh, I know the problem. The easings got flipped, so I do have to change these triggers after all. The bounce out went first, which is obviously the wrong way around. There we go. Now they're splitting around the middle, but there's a gap in the middle. Oh, okay. I know what to do. Okay, using that moving group 2, let's make a continuous line with about 20. Okay, we just delete one off each side. Okay, that's not what it's supposed to be doing. Oh, dude. So they're locked to... Oh, my God. Well, back to the drawing board, but at least I can remake this with the mini objects now. Hopefully I don't hit the max groups. Oh, well, I can tell immediately that that's the wrong way around because it just shrunk on itself. There we go. Okay. I selected the groups on the wrong side. And then how does it work with the bounce? Is that going to be stupid? Yeah. So don't get disheartened if you're ever working on a level and you kind of get something to work. There might just be a different strategy that works best. Even if it's not very well optimized, you can optimize elsewhere. Why do you move so far? Oh, it's the bounce. It's the bounce. It's the bounce. It's fine. It's fine. It's the easing being mixed up again. And finally, we should be back to where we were about 20 minutes ago. Let's go. I want these objects to be black, which I always put on color channel 9. Then here's the cool part. We copy paste. We move it up. Nope, we need the mini grid. We can't just move it up like that. We need to select this object and move it down. There we go. Change the editor layer to number 3. Build helper. Now this line has been given a bunch of new groups to work with, and we shall delay the movement. Why are you like that? I see. So these triggers weren't put on the new editor layer with everything. That's why it broke. And we need that same offset. There we go. Now it's going to work, right? Yeah, okay. And if we keep doing that over and over again by selecting both 2 and 3 together and copy pasting them all, at this rate we get a full strip. Build helper, go to editor layer number 4, and then move the triggers. We can get ourselves a nice little row, which we are going to use again, like so. I see triggers in the hundreds. Oh! We're 2 rows in and we have how many groups? 130? Okay, so this should be the last layer of what we've got to do, but you can tell the move triggers are kind of off screen. Yeah, so the top layer moves extremely late. I mean, the background looks so cool, but you know, I kind of want to make sure the top gets some love. Actually, you know what? It would save so many groups if I just got rid of the first 5, copy pasted and flipped this and just put it on the top. And then I can get rid of, oh god, how many triggers can I delete? Oh no. So I just counted the mini rows that got deleted. Obviously there's 4 blocks, which is 16, and then plus 2 to meet the middle. Interesting. We just have a black void in the middle of the screen. This is really hard to look at, I'm not going to lie. So let's make it even harder to look at. Okay, how can we make this cooler? We can probably copy paste it, put it on a new editor layer. We'll say number 10, and then scale it up and add an opacity. Now, these squares have the maximum number of groups, right? Am I able to add another group to these? Well, it took up the next 3, so I'm assuming so. 355 can be 75% opacity. Why not? So that creates like a shadow behind. That looks kind of cool, right? Okay, let me put these on a secondary editor layer so I can select them every time. Normally, I would just select the opacity, get rid of that group and add a new one, but I can't do that because there's so many groups on these squares that it just fills up the box like this. So now we have something to refer to right here. We're going to scale that up once more, 1.4 this time, and we shall add the next free group, 356, half opacity. Okay, we'll keep going. Oh dear, oh dear. Go back, go back, go back. This needs to have a different editor layer too. I can't deal with that. It deleted my alpha trigger. No. Okay, now we shall get back on the grind. 1.6 goes to 357. Different editor layer too. We're on a roll now. We're on a roll. Ooh. It's looking textured, but it's just kind of ugly when it just swarms together. It's the bounce. The bounce sucks. Okay, we're decreasing the move time so that we can have a cooler, elastic ending. Whee! And that's less time in the middle when nothing's happening. And then it looks much cooler when it all reforms like that. Boom! And then the background can fade to black. That is very neat. I'm a fan. I always use this. It's like a secret trigger that you can find by searching secret trigger. I'll show you after this, but look how the objects could be transitioning, man. Dude. I'm gonna keep that. It's cool. I'm sorry for using this trigger so much. You just search secret trigger. Boom. Bro daddy. You came from Wulzy. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, you can be club step, man. Keep it up. Okay, I've paused the level. We have so much leeway at the bottom. You see, there's a full block for this opacity. There's 2 full blocks for this opacity. And then there's 3 for the bottom one. We can definitely make this float around. Starting with 355, if I start putting in long moving triggers that go 10 and 10, and then when that ends, roughly like 4 sets of 5 blocks later, minus a couple. I do this waving effect all the time, but it's just so effective. You see, the effect is effective. So let's test this idea, right? So there's going to be... Ooh... That is kind of trippy, but I want to increase the move time just a tiny little bit. Because you can tell when the movements stop and start, which isn't ideal for something that you want to be nice and smooth and floaty. 3 seconds. This should hopefully make it a bit nicer on the eyes. Yeah, okay. Just need to keep doing the same, but with different numbers. Normal mode. Let's have a look. Oh my god. That's so weird. dude. Pulses. The song kind of goes, blow. I want to reflect that with like 4 pulses, one after the other. Starting right here, we can have a background pulse. 0.4 maybe? Okay, that's gonna work. Then the next one can be group, which is the lowest opacity. I think 357 is the lowest. This can go to white. Maybe. I don't know what I'm doing 100%. Why is it so pixelated when it does that? What is wrong with the... What is wrong here? What is happening? I guess I just have to post the color channel. I'm not sure what's going on with the groups. It's something to do with the opacity clashing with it, but yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I'm just gonna have to keep it with the background and the color channel, which is only 2 against my original wishes, but it works better this way anyway. Please. Okay, that looks kind of good actually. I don't know, I like the X-ray feel to it. It's with the gray, I think. That's what makes it. It goes from gray to white. That's cool. Okay. Well, it's time to get rid of the default structures and replace them with just big blocks like this. I would love to just use the regular squares, but since it's a pixel-only challenge, I gotta just stick with these. And my structuring is just gonna be a Waluigi shape. I guess for these objects, they could just be solid. Don't really have much of a plan for those. They were quite spontaneously made, but the rest were made with an idea in mind, a vivid image. And there we go. That's my block design, fully finished. This is a really cool... No, I'm joking. It's not the end. Okay, my idea for the design is to use the mini blocks. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, no, this is gonna take so long. I've just come to the realization. Okay, they're going on black, and they're gonna have a group each, and they're basically just gonna hug this object all the way around, and this is gonna... Ooh, this might lag a bit. Oh boy. This has taken at least 50 groups. I don't know. No! There's no way I lost the footage. There's no way. I just lost so much footage. Oh my god. Look at all this. No! Are you serious? Why did it freeze? No! Oh my god, dude. There's so much. There's a huge toggle trigger effect I did. That's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, and that just runs with all of these lines. And I used them for the ground and the ceiling, behind everything. Oh, dude. And there's an outline as well. How do I explain that? There's like a drop-down outline that's one layer below everything on color channel 8 instead of color channel 9, which everything else is on layer 3. And it goes around all 4 corners. Oh, dude. Even the spikes, man. It's just 8 objects long for this. And then you copy down, and then you get the next 6, copy 2 down, the next 4, copy 2 down, and then you have that shape, and you scale it down, and it makes one singular spike that you can put on the edge like that. Dude, I'm kind of mad that I lost the footage. I don't want to remake this, that's the thing. Oh, I'm sorry about that. So basically, I made one layer, which you can see on like the bright white, and then I decreased the layer and copied it around the outside, and it made this cool looking toggle effect with all of these lines. And then these are made from player colors. Now, what I did is I made a copy color channel, and I put the player color in and decreased the saturation so that this would be treated as a non-blending color as opposed to how it would be treated if I put down a regular channel right there. You can see if it kind of loses its color in the white pulse because it's letting the light in. Dude, that's like the coolest challenge I've made and I lost it. Really? Luckily, I got the background all recorded because that's like the most complicated part. The rest is just layering and cool use of pixels and toggle effects, I guess. Sorry for the anticlimactic ending to the video. I literally recorded it as normal, but obviously the screen just froze. That's... Oh, dude. The pulses and everything are so sick. Thank you for watching this Geometry Dash pixel only challenge. Definitely one of the most interesting challenges I've brought to the channel. I'll upload it to this account, Dan's Women, my alt. Leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day.